Authority Board of Directors to order Wednesday, November 6th. First item on the agenda is Christopher Riano wants to call in, so we'll just have to do a roll call vote with him calling in. So I'll call him right now.
He's participating remotely.
Yes.
Otherwise unavailable.
Yes, he is. He is away. Yes, thank you.
He just has to certify when he picks up that there's nobody in on the call.
Okay. So I've hit 9 on this?
Yeah.
Hey Chris, how are you?
Excellent, thank you.
We start the meeting, and you'll be remote participation. We just want to make sure there's nobody else listening in on the call.
Nobody's here.
Okay, perfect. So we'll get started. So the first item on the agenda, we have the meeting minutes of September 18th. Those will be continued. We've just got some edits we've got to take care of on those. Next is the meeting minutes of October 16th, 2019. Any errors, omissions on that? Do we have a motion?
Motion approved?
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second, all those in favor? Roll call.
Aye.
I'll roll call.
Chris, I got you, aye.
Aye.
Fred, aye.
Yes.
Kelly?
Aye.
Dave?
Aye.
Okay, that's unanimous, thank you. Treasurer's report?
Nothing to report.
Okay, thank you. I have no topics not reasonably anticipated by the chairman 48 hours in advance. Public comment?
You're going to go into executive session
Yes.
for the lease, purchase, sale of property, but you don't state which parcel or parcels?
There you go.
Executive session to discuss strategy, respect to pending litigation, where an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the litigating position of the redevelopment authority, and to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, value, real property not to be in open session. It's my opinion the board doesn't have to discuss or release any information regarding what properties it's considering purchasing, exchanging, or leasing, if doing so would defeat the purpose of the executive session or affect the bargaining position. So I would recommend that you not disclose anything in that regard.
Thank you, Attorney Galvin.
According to this letter, you have to state what parcels, because you're limited in what parcels you have to negotiate about.
What letter is that?
The Attorney General's letter from February 28, 2018,
Okay.
where it states that we conclude that the board did not meet its burden of demonstrating that publicly disclosing the specific parcel of land that was the subject of the negotiation, at the very least, would have been detrimental to the public body's negotiating strategy with the Navy, because the universe of parcels left to negotiate with the Navy are limited and known to the Navy and the public. Accordingly, the board violated the open meeting law by failing to provide this additional detail to the public in open session. As a result, the board may not rely upon the open meeting law as a basis for continuing to withhold executive session minutes. However, the attorney-client privilege or one or more exemptions to the public records law may allow the board to withhold the minutes in whole or part from the public. But basically, they're saying that you have to disclose what that you're doing in terms of a lease, sale, and so on and so forth.
Do we need to have this topic on tonight's agenda, or can we just proceed on the first basis?
Could you speak up?
Can we just proceed on the first basis tonight, or does the SRA think we need to discuss the second issue?
I don't believe this evening's discussion was solely focused on Navy-only property, as mentioned in the letter. I believe this is a broader discussion, Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Okay, if it can't wait, and
There is an active RFP process underway, which involves a significant amount of property here at the site, most of which is not Navy-owned.
so look at the circumstances. I think Mrs. Parsons is speaking of is a distinctly different set of circumstances than this, and I think if we disclose this, then the bargaining position of the SRA is detrimentally impacted. So I don't think disclosing the identity of the properties that are at issue that we're going to talk about is something that you could do. But the SRA should declare that to disclose the identity of the properties that you intend to discuss will have a detrimental effect on the negotiating position of the SRA. So you should amend your motion to have that language added.
Are we complying with the open meeting law if we just amend the motion?
Yes.
Do you have the verbiage?
Yes. Yes.
So,
So the second aspect of your motion would be to consider the purchase, exchange, lease of value of real property, the disclosure of the property itself would have a detrimental impact on the bargaining position of the Southfield Redevelopment Authority. So adding that in.
and not to reconvene in open session.
Correct.
Do I have to say it or so moved?
I don't get about that.
I'll make the, I'll state it. And are there any other public comments on this?
Tom, hey.
Yep.
If we make the motion to amend that, are we in jeopardy because it wasn't publicly published, and then for somebody who may see it now that we talked about specific something or something else, didn't have the opportunity to come here because it wasn't specifically published?
No,
Okay.
I do think you should read the motion again.
You know what I mean? If you follow what I was saying.
I understand exactly what you're saying, Chris. I think it's a legitimate concern. The answer, in my opinion, is no.
Okay.
Good question, Chris, thank you.
Well,
All right, our next meeting is November 20th.
You don't wanna read this entire motion?
Yeah, but it's the next item before.
Oh, okay, I'm
So
sorry,
just
yep,
finishing
yeah.
the agenda, that's
Yep,
all.
thank you.
November 20th, and that's where we're gonna be doing our tax classification that night, so please make sure you can make it that night. Number 7 is executive session to discuss strategy with respect to pending litigation where an open meeting may have detrimental effect on the litigating position of the Southfield Redevelopment Authority pursuant to Mass General Law, Chapter 38, Section 21A3, and to consider the purchase, exchange, lease, value of property, of real property, and the disclosure of property will have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the SRA, and not to reconvene in open session.
Oh,
Do I have a motion?
yeah, motion approved.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, roll call. Brittany?
Aye.
Kelly?
Yes.
Aye.
Pat?
Aye.
Chris? I'm an aye. That's unanimous. We'll move into executive session.